Sharing. Oh my god. Sharing is something that I see so many toddler parents worry about. Well, I know where your worry comes from. When you see your toddler monstrously grab toys from other kids, and when it's time to share their own toys, they cling to it so tight that even Hulk wouldn't be able to release those toys from their grasp. When you see this kind of behavior, I understand it's natural for you to extrapolate and visualize your child 10 years down the line, turning into a selfish and mean bully. Plus, in these situations, there are other kids and parents involved. So often, embarrassment just hits the roof. I see you, my friend, and let me ease things a little bit for you by telling you some facts that you're probably not aware of. Why does your child behave this way? Sharing is an act that needs us to understand the perspective of the other person, empathize with the other person's want or need. It often involves taking turns, waiting for your turn with patience, and an element of fairness, cooperation, and negotiation. Do you see the higher order skills that a child would need to willingly part with his possessions? And often we so lightly brush it off by saying, share, baby, share, sharing is caring. All of these higher order skills come from their higher brain, which is not fully developed in a toddler. There are several other developmental factors that make it hard for your toddler to share. A 1 or 2 year old has just started to develop a sense of self. When they yell, mine, this is mine, it's because their brain still does not understand that all things don't belong to them and that some things belong to others as well. A simple concept, but a difficult one for a toddler. In fact, selfishness or ownership comes before sharing. Only if you know that you own something can you share it, right? As they develop their sense of self, some of their dear possessions feel like a part of them. So, giving it away is like giving away a part of themselves. Imagine how painful that is. Plus, they have a hard time understanding the concept of time. So, for a toddler, giving a toy away to someone means it's gone forever. And that's why they cling to their possessions like they're clinging to dear life. If we had to ask Ben, the emotion beneath this behavior could vary depending on the situation. But the hidden need definitely is power, the power of possession, the powerlessness that comes with giving up something, or the power one feels when you see the act that your action of grabbing a toy from another kid can evoke such strong reactions. Whoa, these are real feelings for your little tiny tot. Long story short, sharing is hard work for a toddler because he's developmentally not ready for it until 3.5 to 4 years. So, before that, it's unwise and futile to expect them to willingly share. Sure, we can pave the path to help them learn to share when they are ready. So, what do I want to teach and achieve now and later? I want my child to share willingly so she can enjoy playing with her friends. I want my child to learn how to take turns, negotiate when required, and cope with the disappointment of not getting what she wants every time. I want my child to know that whichever toy is not being played with is available. If she wants what someone else has, she must ask for a turn respectfully rather than grab it. And I want my toddler to learn to communicate or assert herself respectfully rather than hit or scream if she does not want to share. Now, here's where we parents need to learn or unlearn a few concepts. Your child does not have to share everything all the time. He's free to play with the toy for as long as he wants to. He's free to choose not to share his own toys and he can share them when he wants to. Imagine if your friend asked you to share an expensive piece of gold jewelry with them or asked, can I borrow your car for a day? You would definitely think twice or even not want to share, right? The same is valid for your toddler as well. Their teddy bear is as dear to them as your gold necklace is to you. So let's see how we can best manage this behavior and teach and achieve our discipline goals. When toddlers are interacting with each other, play the role of an active observer. When you take sides or when you demand a turn for the other child, the whole interaction gets heightened. The toy becomes a hot commodity that your toddler wants to cling to even more. Be there only to protect the kids from harming each other. Rest of the dealings about who wants which toys, who takes what, allow the kids to work things out themselves as per their age. You'll be surprised. Most of the time, they'll figure something out themselves. Allow them to naturally learn from these interactions without intervening unnecessarily. But when you notice that the interaction is getting heated and you expect some hitting, kicking, or pushing to happen for toys, quickly intervene and separate the kids first to keep them safe. And then use a calm response. I see both of you want the same teddy bear. Both of you are angry because you can't have the teddy. We just have one teddy, wish we had one more. I wonder what we can do. Pause and let the kiddos come up with solutions. Even pre verbal kids are capable of moving around and finding a duplicate or something else, or they will come up with a solution as per their age. Giving them opportunities to think and problem solve themselves builds those parts of their higher brain. And if they can't come up with viable solutions, that's when you can suggest a few options and let them choose. While it's best to allow a child to play with the toy for as long as they want, if there's a hot commodity that more than one child wants, then set a timer. It's a great way to help toddlers take turns. It could sound like, let's do this. I'll keep an alarm for 2 minutes. Max, you can play with the teddy till the alarm rings. When it rings, you can walk over to Rhea and let her play with it for some time. Give a heads up before the alarm rings. The alarm will ring in a minute. When it rings, Max, do you want to give the teddy to Rhea or should I give it? By offering choices and letting them take lead, you're giving the child enough power in the situation. This reduces the chances of a meltdown when your toddler suddenly hears the alarm and panics as you try to grab the toy from him. It can all turn messy from here on if not handled with care. All this while proactively engage the other toddler with something to do as she waits for her turn. Since they don't understand the concept of time, waiting can be really tough for a toddler. So it's important to help them wait. You'll find more ideas on this in the section I Want It Now, teaching toddlers to wait. Having said and done all of the above, some bit of anger, frustration, crying, yelling is inevitable when toddlers play with each other. They're not capable of sophisticated behavior or manners, and that's why supervision is extremely important. Just by being an active observer, you'll learn a lot about your child and about what kind of guidance he'll need. The best way to prepare children for sharing their possessions with other kids is to model sharing at home. This is a game changer. Regularly schedule some playtime with your child. Practice sharing, taking turns, and trading toys. And casually introduce them to the sharing lingo like, can I have a turn when you're done? Okay, I'll wait. I can't give this now. I'll give it when I'm done. Here, I'm done playing. Do you want this now? Thank you for sharing with me. It's my turn to build the tower. Then it's your turn. You go first. Then it's my turn. I'll give you the red blocks, you give me the green blocks. When you give and take toys, they understand the dynamics of give and take. And that when someone takes something from you, it's not gone forever. Most likely, they will give it back. Add a lot of gestures for little kids. You can also practice taking turns with chores at home, like I'll pour the milk, you pour the water. When they hear these phrases in playful, regular situations along with you, they will be able to better relate and remember them when they are in similar situations with other kids. They learn the most by watching us. You could also model sharing in other daily situations, like while eating. If they want a piece of bread from your plate, you can share it and casually say with a smile, I'm sharing this with you. Toddlers will also naturally give you some of their things willingly. So make it a point to highlight when they share by saying, you're sharing this with me. Thank you so much. What this does is it associates good feelings with the act of sharing, and your toddler will be more willing to part with his possessions when he's ready because he knows from his past experiences that sharing feels good. Here's few scenarios for you to consider. What to do when another kid grabs things out of your child's hand. 1. Don't intervene unless you have to. A lot of times your child might be completely okay, but your emotions might come up. I need to teach my child to stand up for himself. Remember, this one interaction does not predict your child's future personality. 2. If your child melts down, connect first and then engage. You get close, make eye contact, then say what you see and acknowledge their emotions. Lila grabbed the toy from your hand and you didn't like that. You didn't want that to happen. you're really feeling sad and angry. It's okay to be upset, and you let the emotions flow. Once they're calm, you can engage them in problem solving or suggest a few solutions like playing with another toy or asking for a turn. When they're calm, you can also suggest what to do next time. Next time, if you don't want to give your toy, you can hold on to it and say, I'm playing. I'll give it when I'm done. What if your child is the grabber? Oh, I know when that happens, you feel like all the eyeballs around you are piercing through you and judging you, like, oh, she's raising such a brat. Please remember, this is your perception. It's a story you're making up in your head. You don't really know for sure what others are thinking. So learn to ignore these false assumptions that your brain makes up and bring your focus back to how you can help your child and teach him some valuable lessons. Here, once again, intervene only if you have to. And if the other child seems to melt down because of this, you will attend to your own child first. Connect with him, get close, make eye contact, and say, oh, looks like you wanted the toy Isha was playing with, so you grabbed it. That's making Isha very sad, as you also welcome Isha close to you. What do you think we can do to help her feel better? Let your child suggest, or you suggest a viable solution, like taking turns with a timer while you engage your child with something else. Reflecting on their emotions and also on others' emotions is a great way to teach and model empathy. Also, a lot of the scenarios can be proactively prevented by doing some calm prep before play dates. Tell them what to expect, give them all the details beforehand. When it's familiar and predictable, their lower brain will tend to act out less. Tell your toddler about special toys versus sharing toys. You can encourage them to keep some toys that they're okay with sharing out, while the special ones can be put away safely in the cupboard. That's okay. Your toddler might have genuine concerns that her friends might break or spoil their favorite toys. It could sound like, after lunch, Chevy is going to come home to play with you. It's going to be lots of fun. What are you going to play with her? You want to build towers or you want to play with the dolls? Dolls? Okay, great. Let's keep them out. Are there some toys you don't want to share? Okay, let's keep them in the cupboard. Knowing they don't always have to share makes it easier for kids to loosen their grip on toys, helps them feel safe and calm, releasing them and allowing them to enjoy the playtime. It's a great way to protect your child's interests and let him know his concerns and feelings are valid. You're also giving a valuable lesson about being proactive, planning ahead in time, being assertive about your feelings and about certain possessions, and caring for them. Other effective tools in the moment during play dates are now then. Now let's play with the teddy. Then you can play with the truck that Adi has. Offer choices like, looks like Eva wants a turn with the teddy. Do you want to play with the trucks or the Legos when Eva plays with the teddy? Let them take lead. Maybe show Shreya which toys she can play with. Giving your child age appropriate power in the situation will help him willingly part with his possessions most of the time. Be calm and consistent with your responses. Repeat the same words and gestures in similar situations as many times as you have to. Finally, here's what you should not do when it comes to sharing. Magda Gerber says, if we make a child share, that's not sharing. So don't force your child to share anything and everything. It tells your toddler his needs don't matter and he must put others' wants or needs first. As moms, we know how much we struggle with self care because of this thought process. It teaches the other toddler who's demanding the toy that waiting is not needed. He's entitled to what he wants to when he wants it. Also, if you keep pushing the sharing agenda all the time and your toddler consistently feels bad about it, he will start associating those bad feelings with sharings, and soon sharing becomes a bad word. Even when he is developmentally ready for it, he will be less likely to want to share willingly. It's a lose-lose. So be patient, don't force sharing. And finally, don't shame or punish your child or label your child as selfish for not sharing. That's even worse. No, not allowed. There's 100 different scenarios that could pan out as kids learn to play with each other. The key is to stay present and have your calm, confident coach hat on while guiding your little player with the rules of the games and also finding ways to support them as they learn. Now you've got ample ideas and tips and action plans here to help you and your child learn how to share.